Okay.
So most most movies that hit the big screen,
Hmm.
somebody had to write it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you being an author, if if you had the opportunity to write a script that would hit the big screen, what type of script would you write?
Man, that's a good question. Man, if I had,
What type
man,
of
that's
story would it be?
you know, I think it would be the story about Tuskegee University
Okay.
and Booker T. Washington. I mean, and Lewis Adams, people who played a critical role in the formation of the school. Like, I think that would be very interesting because of how powerful um, Booker T. Washington was and how respected he was. Um, he he was uh, he was the leader. He was a leader, and I think a lot of people would be intrigued at how he was able to build this school with all the money that he raised. I mean, they used to call him the Tuskegee Machine
Mm,
because he was just so good at fundraising. You
wow.
know, he was really great at fundraising. So it's like we got this legacy, and man, we need to tell it. We need to talk more about those nuances. There is definitely a movie in there. That's the story I would love to tell, so that young people could say, "Man, if he was able to do that, with those type of resources, imagine what I could do."
Mm,
And that's what you want to do. It's all about inspiring people. I was inspired to write the book because of the people who came before me, and you want to inspire the next generation. You want people to go, man, who I need to find out more about this Booker T. Washington.
yeah.
What was up with him?
Yeah.
And what we haven't mentioned is Booker T was born a slave. So when people talk about the American dream, I don't know, I don't think you can get better than that.
Mm.
A gentleman that was born a slave is the first person invited to the White House. He's the first black person invited to the White House. And so that you can't tell me that's not the American. That is the American. That's the American dream right there.
Yes.
To go from where he was to that point where he's fundraising with the Rockefellers of the world, they giving him money like, man, you do. I love what you're doing. I mean, that's we trying to fundraise now,
Hmm.
you know. And so to be able to have that sort of cachet and leadership, and to make a case for your school, it's incredible.
You know what? Listening to you speak so passionately about uh, your allegiance to Tuskegee, it actually is encouraging me to have more segments like this so that more people can see what Tuskegee has to offer. More people can see the
Yeah,
type of wonderful individuals that Tuskegee produces.
yeah,
They can see what opportunities present themselves if they give Tuskegee a chance. And I'm actually noticing that hat is looks like some memorabilia from Tuskegee, correct?
yeah. It is. It's one of our fellow classmates in class of 2004. It goes by G Belts. It's basically a golf brand,
Okay.
and you can look him up. G Belts. I think it's like gbelts.com, man. But he makes all this stuff, and we support. I mean, and he supported me. I support him, and I think that's what it's about. It's
Mm.
it's about creating an environment where you have people who are not trying to outdo each other. What they're trying to do is to show how talented each of us are, and how we can build stronger communities, and stronger families. Because if you do that, man, you'll have what I think Tuskegee University is all about. It's all about community. It is all about community.
Well, listen. When you write the movie, right? And who would you have to play the lead?
You know, because my sister is a big fan of who we call the Black 007, Idris Elba. It'd
I
have to
would
be
love
Idris
to.
Elba.
I would love to play. Oh, not. Oh, not me. Okay. All right. So
Oh,
continue.
oh,
Continue.
oh, you know what? Yeah, Kurt, you know, I was thinking about you first, but then I thought you said you didn't want to do this movie. You want to do the
Yeah.
next movie. Okay. All right, Kurt. Yeah, if you
Now
want to do.
I will concede to Idris Elba. I will concede to
Okay,
him.
okay. All right.
Most
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean he played Nelson Mandela, so he could play Booker T. Washington.
He killed it in Nelson
Come on.
Mandela as
So
well.
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
He
saying.
killed it. He killed it. I'll concede to that.
Yeah,
Most
we
definitely.
want people to go see it. You know, we want everybody to go see it. And they definitely gonna see it if he in it.
I see Island Melts the Woos said Idris Elba before you said it.
Oh
So
yeah, no. She on that. She's serious.
okay.
Look. When she was watching The Wire, and once his character was out of the situation, she was like, "Man, I'm done with The Wire because that's all
So
my eye candy."
so somebody else, oh, that's your sister, Island Melts.
That's my
Okay.
sister, man.
What's up, sis? One shout out, Monica, Quash, Kyle, Shayla. Thank you all for checking in. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. We
Kizzy,
absolutely.
I saw you. Appreciate you. My man Dame, appreciate you. Um, okay, so I normally run out of time when I do these things, and I just want to take the time out to say I greatly appreciate you taking the time out to be a guest on the platform, to be a guest on the show. I think you're doing some amazing things. I just
Thank you,
wanted to
brother.
give you a chance to speak to the things that you're doing. I wanted to give you a chance to showcase your talent.
Thank you.
Not a lot of us do that for one another.
Yep.
You alluded earlier to people being in competition, and my thing is, if we all work together, the competition will be us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So
Agreed.
thank you for that, and tell the people again where they can get your books at what platforms. Yeah, tell the people again, just in case.
Yeah, you could always get my books on Amazon.com. That's number one. Number two, you can always go to barnesandnoble.com. That's www.bn.com. And we're always on Walmart and Target.com. Yes, yes.
Well, listen, Rob, just so that we don't get cut off, because I'm new
Hmm.
to this game just like you are.
Okay.
Um, I want to. Is there anything specific with Tuskegee that's going on that people should know about?
Well, the thing I would say is um, the number one thing is don't forget schools like Tuskegee and what they mean in our culture and history. Places like Tuskegee are so important because if you didn't have people like George Washington Carver, we may not have some of the crops we got today. One of the biggest things that he did was he taught farmers around the South how to use certain crops and when to plant. I mean, you talking about everybody talks about STEM. Everything is STEM, STEM, STEM. Man, George Washington Carver is STEM. And so when you think about those things, teach young people. Don't just teach them one side of the story. Teach them about people like George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington, who really had to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. I mean, these
Mm,
were folks who they didn't have nearly as much as we do, and they were very successful. And so I think getting to know them, reading to the children, young children, reading to them and having them understand the impact that they've made and what excellence looks like, I think is so important. So when I think of Tuskegee, I think of excellence, and that's what I want to pass on to the next generation is, you know, you set the tone. You are the person that can push the limit, and there's so much more that you can do. Continue to dream, continue to believe in yourself, and always work for the good of of society, and I think you're gonna be just fine.
Absolutely. And I just want to say shout out to the Caribbean, to the Bahamas, to Guyana, to
I know
Trinidad, to
that's right.
Barbados, to, you know. So, Rob, thank you once
No,
again.
thank you, brother. No, thank
Um,
you. Let me say thank you for giving me this platform and an opportunity. Every time, we get together, we're always talking about things that we're doing, and this is excellent because this is the first time I've done this, been interviewed like this. So I really appreciate it, man.
hey,
This is
man,
perfect.
I, I,
Thank you.
I, I appreciate that. I appreciate you for coming on. And we will talk sooner than later. But listen, continued success. And we gotta schedule this again.
All
So,
right. I
ladies and
appreciate it.
gentlemen, Robert Constant.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you all. Peace.
Have a good one. Peace.
All right.